What's up guys, EnderUnknown here. I'm back for episode 7 of my text-based adventure C# tutorial. And yeah, today we're going to be doing player classes, or character classes, which is, I think that'll be interesting. We got some new concepts today to learn. And as for channel stuff, I have 1 or 2 channel announcements at the end of the video. But let's just get started. So we're going to go into our player class, which is where I am right now, and we actually need to create a enum, which is short for enumeration, and basically it's kind of like a list of things, in a way. It's like a Boolean value, just there's more than one Boolean option, so it's not true or false, it's like red, green, blue, cyan, or something like that. But it's probably easier for me to just get started and show you along the way. So we're gonna make a enum called player class. We're gonna have a couple different classes: the mage, archer, and the warrior. And of course, you guys can add as many as you'd like. I'm just gonna be showing you the framework. These same steps could be duplicated for like if you wanted to have your character be like an elf or a orc or a I don't know, any of the like a character race that would also work. So yeah, this isn't enough though. This is defining the options to say. So this is the list, but we actually have to have a reference to the list. So we need a public player class, and we're just gonna call that current class. It's gonna equal player class dot warrior, because I think the warrior will be the default. So yeah, that is what we need to have for player. That's really all we need. And we'll be defining maybe some abilities or something for these classes in a little while. We're going to go back into our program class file, and we have to find our new start, because characters or players are going to need to select a class. So yeah, it asks for a name right here. And I see player ID. Okay, so after we're going to ask for a name, we are going to want to print out all of the options. So I guess we'll just do console.write. Or actually, we could even use our print function from last time. I'm not going to do that for the sake of this video, but realistically, you'd probably use print because it's the cool slow text. If you didn't see that video, I'd highly advise going and watching it. It's kind of like animation, but it technically isn't animation. Anyways, yeah, so class, and then options would include the mage, archer, and warrior. And of course, you could extend that or make that as fancy or as casual as you like. I think, yeah, I think that's good. So, yeah, we're gonna have to do a little bit of a loop to make sure that they enter something valid. So we're just gonna do a while, probably just while true. And so yeah. So we're gonna request the we're gonna have a string here called input. Let's see, and input is going to equal console.readline, and then we're just gonna actually probably dot lower as well, to lower. So that's gonna get a string, and then we're gonna have to go through a bunch of if statements. So yeah, that will be actually quite simple. So it'll be if input is equal to, and then whatever we wanna, so mage, and actually this doesn't, yeah, we're not gonna need a brackets, because I think this is a trick I showed you guys, is that if you're only doing one line of code, you don't need the curly brackets. So current class is going to equal player class Mage. And then I'm just going to probably, well, yeah, so else if input is equal to Archer. You guys get the gist for the rest of this. It's going to be pretty much the same. And then warrior. Yeah, so that should be all of our classes, and of course you'd repeat to do that for every single class that you had, which actually that would be quite a few if you made a detailed class system. Yeah, now we have to make a else though, so if it doesn't, if none of these are, okay, so okay, before I do this, we're gonna make a flag. So a flag is just a Boolean statement that, it's going to shorten our code. So actually, we're going to want to create a variable up here called bool flag, and it is going to equal false. So this is going to continue running while flag is equal to true, or actually it would be false. So while flag is equal to false, this is going to run. So at the start of the code, we're going to make sure to set it to false. So I guess we didn't really need to, we don't need to set it to false up here necessarily, but I think they default to false. So yeah, flag is going to equal false. Or true, I mean. Never mind. See, I'm confusing myself now. So it's going to equal true. It's going to go through all of these, assuming that it hits one of them, and then it'll continue on. Now, in the case that we hit the else statement, the flag is going to equal false, and the loop will continue. But we're also going to print something out, and that'll be, I don't know, invalid class. Please choose a existing class. I don't know. You guys can make that message as fancy or as informal as you'd like. Yeah, so it'll ask for, so it'll print out the class options, set the flag to false. While the flag is false, we're gonna keep running this code block here. So it'll start by setting flag to true. If the input is equal to any of these, then it'll set the class, flag will still equal true, and it'll break out of the while. And if not, flag will get set to equal false and say, please choose an existing class. So I believe that should work. So now that we have our player created with the classes, we're going to go into implementing them. So for that, we're probably going to want to go into our encounters. So, yeah. I'm thinking since a mage is like a wizard, maybe their healing is going to be more powerful. So we're going to go find our heal command here. And well, that's in the case that they're empty. I believe that's so potion value. Okay, so this is another little neat shortcut. We can have it's like a miniature switch statement or Boolean statement. It's kind of like a if else, and it's pretty simple to do. So that is going to be, we're going to want a plus, and then you're going to probably want a set of brackets or parentheses. And so this is where we define our Boolean. So if the player, which I need to figure out, program current player is how we find player. We probably should have made a reference to that at an earlier point, so I guess that was my bad, but it's alright. Current class is equal to player current class dot mage question mark. So then the first value is going to be the true. So if the player is a mage, we're gonna, I don't know, add 3 to that, 4 to that. I don't know, whatever you guys think is a balanced number. So the mage is gonna have a +4 to their healing. And then you just need a colon, not a semicolon, just a full colon, and you're gonna want to have 0 because that's the false value. Now I'm guessing this does not like. Yeah, so we're gonna have to wrap all that in parentheses. So it's gonna add either 4 if the character is a mage, or 0 if the character is not a mage. So mages are gonna have like really good healing. And actually, I should have made it the archer like a ranger instead of an archer, because I can't think of like a good ability for them at the moment. And these like checking for the current class could be done anywhere. So let's say you made a puzzle. You could have it check the archer's just light enough to walk across the puzzle or something like that. So you could see if the player's an archer, and if they are, they get like, a benefit for walking across your puzzle or whatever. And if they're not an archer, then they have to do other things, or I don't know. You guys can implement this however you'd like. I'm just giving some examples. Probably for the archer's gonna have a bonus for running. So yeah, this is just a 1 and 2. Well, technically, the returning value is going to be either 1 or 0 or 1, because 2 is excluded. So, how do I want to improve the chances of the run? Probably. Yeah, this is. See, I really should have given this some like. So if it's equal to 0, they fail. So the archer. Actually, what the archer's ability could be to do is, since they're not going to do any extra damage or anything, they could just, automatically run away. So, if random, that's not going to matter. So the first thing we're going to want to do is if program dot current player dot current class is equal to player dot player class dot archer. And actually, we're going to want does not equal archer and. So if the class is not an archer and the random number equals 0, then they fail. If the class is an archer, this is automatically going to be false, and it'll go down to the else. So the archer will have crazy ninja moves or whatever. And then finally for the warrior, I will give like a boost to the attack damage. So guessing this is the attack. Yeah, weapon volume plus random, and again, we're going to make a set of parentheses, this time 2 because I made a mistake last time. So inside the inner 2 parentheses, we're going to want to put our if statement. So if program dot current player dot current class is equal to player dot class dot warrior, then the question mark, the true value, it's going to be, oh, and actually we need a plus in front of that. Plus, it'll be, I don't know, attack damage is something I'm more concerned about. I don't want to give the player a ton of that. So if they are a warrior, they get +2. If not, they get +0. So yeah, that is the implementation of classes here. Now, there are a lot more that you could do with this. You could make a ton of classes. You could make, maybe, like, even for this wizard encounter, maybe if you were a, you could do like an if statement. If you were a mage, the dark wizard wouldn't try to kill you, he'd try to teach you something, or, I don't know. You could use that kind of anywhere, and, yeah, expand how you'd like. So, I'm going to go, make sure we don't have any errors. We'll come back and fix any if we do, and then, yeah, that'll be the episode. Okay, so I am back, and we are going to create a new character. Name is going to be Ender. Class, I'm going to test if we have a false one, so kitten. Yeah, it wants a class, so I guess mage. This encounter, I have not looked into this code in such a long time. I can't remember if I can heal above 10 health. Because in theory, I should get 9 health because I'm a mage from a heal potion, which actually might be a lot, thinking about it. I'm going to try. Yeah, I gain 9 health. So, there you go. It would usually be 5, but since I'm a mage, I gained a ton of health. Yeah, so I'm unable to escape. I just want to escape, man. Yeah, crazy ninja moves. Ender stats. Current health. Exit. Oh yeah, that means exit the shop thing. I don't want to do that. I want to run away again. I want to quit. Okay, I'm going to choose the archer this time. So, So now I should be able to have a 100% chance at running here. Yeah. And if I exit, and then I run again, I successfully escape, exit, run, exit, run, exit, run, exit, run. Yeah, etc. So you guys get the gist. Yeah, so, I'm pretty sure you guys can just take my word that this works. I had no issues with it. So I'm actually quite happy about that. And then I guess what we can do is I'll use a potion. If I can. Potion, heal. Yeah, I gain 5 health instead of 9. So, yeah, that is pretty neat. That is really all for the video aside from my channel announcements. So, thank you guys for watching, and if you're exiting now. As for the channel announcements, I have just a few. Okay, so the first announcement is that I am overwhelmed with all the support I've been getting. I thank you guys very much. The views on my videos, my first one in this tutorial series is actually over 1,000 views, which is crazy. I have almost 50 likes on it, and I'm super happy about that. Thank you guys very much for the support. That's crazy. That's record, actually, for me. I've never had that many views before. Also, the amount of subscribers that have been going up, you guys are awesome. I mean, I've skyrocketed in everything, so I really appreciate that. As for the other channel announcement, I kind of need stuff to do with this project here. I need ideas. I really appreciate, I've been getting the comments that have been telling me some great ideas, so this video was suggested by someone, and etc. Most of my videos have been these last couple. But I really still need these ideas on what to do next. I don't know what you guys want to see, so I don't want to make videos that are not interesting or videos that are boring to you guys. As for any additional, let's say, like series or video games or whatever you guys would like to see, let me know and I can look into that. Yeah, I really thank you guys. I got nothing else for you. So thank you guys for watching, and Ender out.